friends, welcome to Harkiran's GOC. Today we will be making two snacks, tandoori aloo and mint paneer tikka. So what is interesting about these recipes is that by keeping the base marinade the same for both the recipes, we can alter the flavors completely by I will be using Oreca tandoori marinade for the tandoori aloo and the mint seasoning from Oreca for the paneer tikka. So we will keep the base marinade the very same, but we can alter the flavors completely by using these two different products. In fact, I swear by Oreca's products because they are so full of flavor and they are of very good quality. Let me tell you, I have here also, which I regularly use. We are told by all the doctors and all the keens nowadays to have turmeric in milk and water. So if you start using this Oreca's turmeric, this is the purest form of turmeric that you can find in the market. It's the next best thing to home ground turmeric, which is pretty tedious. So half a teaspoon you can have in the morning with hot water on an empty stomach if you can, and half a teaspoon with hot milk at night. This takes care of your health requirements. This is a very good product. Then I also have here Kitchen King Masala. Now Kitchen King Masala is available in various brands, but this is absolutely the best. Now I tell you of a very strange and interesting way to use it. I use it by sprinkling it on my lachha paranthas and it gives a wonderful flavor. You can try it sometime. Just make your lachha parantha and sprinkle some this masala, the Kitchen King masala, and the paranthas taste superb. So let's start with today's recipe. So for the paneer tikka, we have here homemade paneer. This is 475 grams made from 2 kg milk. Now if you want to see how to prepare paneer at home, this is very soft and very tasty. You can watch my IGTV on Instagram where I have shown you how to make paneer. It is a very detailed recipe. So this is from 2 kg milk and the yield is 475 gram of paneer, which I have cut into big cubes like this, like that, and we will marinate it. Let's first make the marinade. For this I have 3/4 cups of curd, which I'm going to whisk well. Just beat it till it's smooth. Yes, that's good. Take thick yogurt. It should not be very watery. You can take homemade yogurt or you can take store-bought, but it shouldn't be watery and it shouldn't be sour. So here we have the curd. Now in this bowl we'll mix all the ingredients for the paneer tikka. So in that goes. Then we have 2 tablespoons of fresh malai. This is malai, homemade home malai. You can use cream also if you want. 2 teaspoons of the mint. Here. Then we have 1 tablespoon of oil. This is the regular tablespoon that we have at home, which we use for rice and desserts. To taste this, after we add the corn flour, 1 tablespoon of corn flour we'll add. This helps to bind the mixture. So 1 tablespoon of corn flour. This is a semi-heaped tablespoon. And now we will mix everything together and then we will taste it for salt and pepper, salt and chili flakes if we need to add. If it needs more heat, we can add some chili flakes. If we find that the salt is less, we'll add some salt. Take a wide bowl to marinate your paneer, because if the bowl is deep, then it tends to break your paneer. So just give it a good mix like this. Just break up all the malai evenly. The curd is beaten, but the malai needs to be lump free. So here, let's taste this mixture, and we will add some salt and chili flakes if we need. It doesn't need any salt, but if you are fond of more heat, then you can add a little quarter teaspoon maybe of chili flakes. This mint seasoning is very robust in flavor, so it doesn't really need anything more. So here we have our marinade is ready, and now we will add the paneer pieces. Do this gently so that the paneer doesn't break. Place a few pieces at a time in the marinade, and you can just take a spoon and coat the paneer pieces with the marinade like this. This we can keep aside to rest, and we can marinate our potatoes. So again we have the same 3/4 cup of yogurt, the very same base marinade that we made for the paneer, we will make here. This is our beaten curd. If you want to increase the quantity, you can just double or triple the recipe and make larger quantity. This is for about 3 people. It would serve about 3 people, both the recipes. We have our potatoes. These are medium sized potatoes. A guideline would be that 1 potato per serving should be okay. A person can have more than 1, but if the potatoes are too large, then just slice them in width. I'll show you. If you have a large potato, don't slice it like this, but slice it like that into halves, and then you can use them. All these are medium sized potatoes, and we have 6 of them. We need the tandoori marinade for this. We have the beaten curd here. We will add our 2 tablespoons of malai, same as for paneer. I will just mash it slightly, then mixing becomes easier. We need again the same ingredients for the base. 1 tablespoon, kind of heaped tablespoons of corn flour, 1 tablespoon of oil, 1.5 teaspoons of ginger garlic crushed, and we need to add the Oreca tandoori marinade. We will use 2 teaspoons of this. One and 2. We will check the salt and the heat after mixing and add a little bit if needed. These marinades can be assembled in minutes, but they make really tasty snacks. Let me taste to make sure about the salt and the heat. It's perfectly alright. It doesn't need anything because these spices have everything that you require in them. So here goes in the potatoes. We can be a little more brisk with the potatoes because they won't break. Just toss them in the marinade like that. Just smear all the sides. Because this marinade has corn flour, the binding is good, so the marinade doesn't come off that easily. So we're done with the potatoes also. Now we have here the potatoes and we have our paneer. Both of them need to rest for 1 or 2 hours before we bake them. Now let me tell you that this is 2 dishes with potatoes and paneer, but you can easily use chicken or fish or other vegetables which you want, blanched cauliflower, broccoli, raw mushrooms. You can make your platters as you want. So these marinades are very user friendly and you can use them with anything you want. For chicken you would be needing about 25 to 30 minutes of baking time on 200 degrees centigrade oven, preheated of course, and fish would need about 20 minutes, and your vegetables will be pre-cooked. Mushrooms don't take that long, so they would take the same time as paneer or boiled potatoes. Or you can even saute some zucchini in butter and add it to the marinade, and even that is pre-cooked, so it doesn't take too long to bake. So we will meet after a couple of hours when these are ready to be baked and served. Yes, the cheese and the potatoes have been marinating for about 3 hours now, and we are ready to bake them. I have switched on the oven at 200 degrees to preheat. I switched it on about 15 minutes ago. So the minimum time required to preheat is 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. It should be a hot oven. So now I'm taking this wire rack, and since it's large enough, we can roast both the potatoes and the cheese together. So what we will do is, we will line this tray with aluminium foil. You can just bring it close to the wire rack to see how much length you need. You should be able to fold it on both sides. So this much is enough. So just line your wire rack with aluminium foil, and now we will grease it generously with oil. Just pour some oil on the foil, and then you can brush it evenly to cover the foil. Be generous with the oil here, because we don't want the pieces of cheese and potato to stick, because we have not used too much oil in the marinade. So just make sure that every bit of this foil is covered with oil. Now we can start to lay our pieces of paneer on one side. Pick it up with the marinade. I'm using small tongs for the paneer and larger ones I will use for the potatoes. Okay, leave the extra marinade. Don't smear it on the paneer because it has enough marinade. And on this side we will lay the potatoes. So just pick them up with a spoon. So now I will place this in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes till the marinade dries and they are baked. Well, both things don't need any cooking. The potatoes are boiled and paneer obviously doesn't need too long to cook. So we will place it and then we will check after 20 minutes. This, as you can see, I have placed on the middle rack of the oven, neither the bottom or the top, but the middle rack, because it's on bake mode, so it has to bake for about 20 minutes. Okay, after 20 minutes we will check and we will take them out. We are ready to take out the tray from the oven, and now we can plate them. What you can do is just take a piece of butter like that and rub it over the potatoes so that they glisten slightly. They're very hot, so the butter melts immediately. These tend to dry out, so they're nice with a little buttery taste, and they get a nice glisten on them. And these can be served with This is regular hot and sweet from the bottle, and this is a mayonnaise dip which I have made with just beaten curd, about half a katori of beaten curd with a heaped teaspoon of mayonnaise and some barbecue sauce, a heaped teaspoon again, a little bit of garlic powder, maybe say more than just a pinch, and a little salt. And this is a very nice dip to serve with any snack. So we will now plate very soft, so you have to be gentle. On the paneer you can sprinkle a little dried mint if you want, because this is a mint kebab. So if you have some dried mint, just sprinkle it on top like that. On the potatoes you can garnish them with some chaat masala if you want. So I will just sprinkle a little chaat masala on this, and now they're ready to serve. Dear friends, we have both the snacks ready. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me. See you next time. Bye.